means we're on.
Uh-huh.
Oh, wait, it's okay.
You're fine.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining us. I'm Lieutenant Morgan with the Newport Police Department. I'm here with, go ahead and introduce yourself.
I'm Olivia Horvath. I'm a young adult police commissioner.
So, today's Facebook Live topic is going to be about the young adult police commissioners. So, thank you for joining us. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns, you want to know how to get involved with the program, just chime on in and ask your questions and we'll answer them. We're here until you guys have no more questions for us. So, I'll give you a little bit of background about the program. The Young Adult Police Commissioner started here in Newport News in 2018, so we've been going strong for about 2 years now. We're working on our third. Chief Drew bought the program with him and was very excited to get involved in the schools here in the city of Newport News. Newport News Public Schools has been awesome to work with and helping identify kids that want to participate with us. Wait, who is that? Hold on, we've got some comments here. Hey, Cameron. Cameron's actually one of our newest commissioners. He's a freshman at Denby/Woodside. Cameron, you got to figure that out for me. I don't know what you're doing. You need to go back to Woodside. That's my alma mater. Let's see, Jessica Collins. Hey, Jessica, are you on vacation? Where are you? Where in the world are you? We miss you. Be safe out there. Enjoy Thanksgiving. So back to the program. Started in 2018 when Chief Drew got here and took over the department. It is indicative of a freshman, senior, sophomore, and junior from each high school. Where are you at, Olivia?
I go to Menchville. I am a junior.
So you've been in the program now for the last 2 years. This is your third year with us,
Yes.
correct? So she came with us. Her sister began the program she was a senior that year.
Yes.
And we revamped the program that January and had a couple of spots. So her sister brought along, and she has been with us ever since.
Yes.
And it's completely changed. I don't know this person because she's completely different than she was when she started, but we're happy to have her. So again, freshman, junior, sophomore, senior from each high school.
We tried.
We we meet weekly here at headquarters. Typically, we do take some field trips. Who just popped up here?
Miss
Hi,
Monica.
Miss Monica.
Hi, Miss Monica.
Oh, we talked about you yesterday. We miss you, Miss Monica. We hope you're on the mend. We cannot wait for you to come back. I need my partner back. I need my partner back. The kids miss you too. Terry Sperry. Hi, I appreciate you guys. Hi, Terry. Thank you for that. If you have any kids that you know of high school age, send them our way, okay? Um, so we meet at headquarters typically every week. We do activities and cover topics that are current. If we don't have anything that's really interesting going on a certain week, then we will reach into our bag of goodies and learn something about a specific department. A couple weeks ago, we had the domestic violence team come in and talk to our commissioners about what did we talk about? What good relationships look like and what bad relationships look like, and our domestic violence team members came and participated and kind of held the session and talked with the kids and got them on the right track. Oh, kisses. That's mine. um, we do a lot of different department activities. Can you think of any that we do?
We did the walks. When there was a homicide, we went around in the neighborhood to try to help promote, get people to talk to the police about what happened. We tag along with like some graduation ceremonies. They invite us to go, the promotion ceremonies and the award ceremonies and the memorial ceremonies. They allow us to go to those and see what goes on there.
Right. Yep. We've done some things, some kind of different things here. We're different people, obviously. We did last year a young adult police commissioner sleepover. What did we call it? It was a
That wasn't
lock-in.
last year. That was the first year.
The first year, thank you. Last year we did get messed up because of the
Yes.
virus. So the first year we were able to do a lock-in downstairs in the community room. Never been done before. We had 20 kids running around in onesies and pajama onesies. We were told though, this is for Chief Drew. You want to give him the challenge for the next one about the what onesie he's supposed to be wearing?
Chief Drew was supposed to wear a Spider-Man onesie. He showed up in jeans and a hoodie. We were very disappointed. Very disappointed.
So we want to make sure he gets the information the next time we have one, so that he knows the proper attire to come in. So we got to do a lock-in downstairs. We expose the commissioners to all different types of things. We do a tour here at the department where they actually get to see what goes on behind closed doors here at headquarters. They get to spend some time upstairs in the chief suite with all of the chiefs, and in the executive conference room, and in Chief Drew's office, just to see what it's like every day to do the job that our officers and our executive staff are responsible for. We've had commissioners participate in the actual promotion processes that we have. So if you think about when somebody is trying to get from the level of sergeant to the level of lieutenant, they have to sit for a board. And typically Chief Drew will make sure a citizen is on that board. Recently we did, which one was it Elijah did? The lieutenants or the captains that we just?
The lieutenants.
So for the most recent lieutenant board, the president of our young adult police commissioners from last year actually sat on the board and helped select the next lieutenants on this department. So when Chief Drew says that he wants our kids engaged and using their voice, he means that. He actually sat there for every lieutenant interview that was conducted and took notes just like the adults next to him, and his vote meant just as much as anybody else's vote on who was going to wind up being promoted. So we really get our commissioners involved in the day-to-day aspect of what we do and try to give them a good idea of what things look like for us. Yesterday's meeting was about traffic stops. So the question countrywide is, what do you do during a traffic stop? What did I do wrong? Why did things go wrong? Is this what the traffic stop is supposed to look like? So our department has a traffic unit, and the sergeant from the traffic unit came yesterday. Thank you, XO. I appreciate you spending time with the kids yesterday. They absolutely loved it. But he came out and gave them a
presentation.
Yeah, it was a really good presentation on what to do when you get pulled over. A lot of our kids are in the driver's license age. They're getting ready to get their license. They're working on getting their permit, or they're in driver's education, or all of these things. And it's good to get a great foundation to begin with. So we will bring them in and tell them what a traffic stop is supposed to look like. Why do officers do the things they do that, they may seem strange to a citizen, but if you understand from a police officer firsthand what that traffic stop looks like, it may be a little easier to get through those. So we're doing things with the kids just to kind of keep them with a good understanding of what law enforcement is like. Yeah?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, I don't have any questions still. All right. Let's see. So the purpose of the program, let's talk about the purpose. So the purpose of the program is to really bridge the gap between the youth in our city and the police department. Can you add anything to that?
It's been a success so far.
Why would you say it's a success?
Because many of the students who are in the program have definitely built relationships with the officers and the civilians who work in the police department. It also has changed many people's lives, not only the kids, but also the police officers. So it has definitely been a success so far, and we're hoping that it keeps becoming a success.
So when she smiles and says that it even changes the police officers' lives, I'll tell her. Okay. So the first year I got involved in the program in 2018, and I'm still thinking I'm kind of young, and I'm not old. And 2 or 3 meetings in, I've got the kids looking at me like I'm crazy. I've got them talking, and I don't understand a word that they're saying. They're having full blown conversations. So eventually, a couple of them called me out in the middle of the meeting and told me that my lingo was a little bit behind. And at the end of the year, presented me with a dictionary. So I now have a dictionary of terms that they continue to update. Well, do you remember one of the word? One of the word. It'll come to me.
Occur.
Uh, Occur.
I can't do it.
I can't either. Occur.
Yeah, there
I
you
tried
go.
it. Okay, I tried it. There were a couple other words in there that they dropped on me that I had absolutely no idea how to use, but they're working on me. They are definitely keeping me young. The Visco girl.
Oh, the Visco girls.
Yeah, had no idea what they were talking about. What was the? We call them water bottles. What do
It's
y'all call them?
hydro flasks, the little metal water bottles that are like super expensive, and they're
It's
called
a
hydro flasks. It's
it's
their
a water
brand.
bottle. It's a water bottle. They definitely, I did not have an Instagram before they came into my life. And now I have an Instagram that has maybe 4 pictures on it for the last 2 years.
That's
I,
better than me.
not an Instagram person, but they tried it. Um, so yeah, the idea behind the program is to ensure that our youth here in the city have the opportunity to use their voice, and they can help us come up with good ideas and ways to fix things. Listen, we as adults have a tendency to think we have all the answers. And we want to make decisions for everybody involved without going to everybody involved, which, I can remember doing what were we doing? What were they called? The ones where we went to the schools.
The youth forums.
We did youth forums. Thank you. We did youth forums the first year at each one of the high schools. So every high school we went to, Chief Drew would come with a panel, and the panel was indicative of, supervisors from all over the city, officers. If you were in a specialized unit, maybe domestic violence or special victims. We had homicide. We had people from property and evidence come. And if you had questions, you could come up to the mic and ask your question. Or if you didn't want to come up to the mic in front of people and ask a question, you could put a note card. You could put your question down on a note card. And I remember going to Denby High School, and it was a little rough. Everybody's trying to be cool. Nobody wants to interact with the cops. So Chief Drew stands up and asks the group that was there. We were in the auditorium for that. So there were about 100 kids in the room. He asked the students, why do students fight at school? What is that all about? And a brave soul stood up and told us that the reason kids fight in school is because they know that it's going to get broken up. It is because they know that it's a safe way to have that altercation, because there's security, there's police, there are other adults that are not going to let it get too out of hand. Alleging that if it happens out in the streets, there may not be somebody there, and somebody may be injured very badly, or, God forbid, even killed. So just not having that thought process. I would have never thought that that was the reason kids fight in school these days. So just having that understanding, it was very enlightening to understand from somebody's point of view who's under the age of 18 why you guys do the things that you do. And it also allows us to tailor our response and tailor the things that we do to be able to better serve the youth of this city. So, any thoughts?
I would say the youth forums were very helpful. I could hear some people talking about it after they went back to class and everything, and it got to many other students, because I heard some people talking about it who didn't even attend the youth forum, but they heard what happened during it. So I feel like it was very effective towards the students, and to get to know like what is going on in the city and not just always be closed off to all the information.
Very good. Let's see, I've got a couple of statements. I've got a couple of, let's see, Deborah Stokes. Oh, thank goodness. I can still understand. I can't, oh, you can't understand.
I can still understand my daughter. She is 13.
She's 13. Well,
And
Deborah,
then she
you
says,
are.
now I can't, however, always understand my
My
31-year-old.
31-year-old. So, Deborah, you are leaps and bounds ahead of me. I have gotten to a place now where I'm not even ashamed to ask. I will literally stop them in mid-conversation and ask them, what in the world are you talking about? Because I am clearly lost. Let's see, Mike Dan. Is that Mike?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hey. How are you? How is that baby? He's probably a grown man by now. It's good to see you. Like, we worked on the first shift that I ever went to in Central Precinct on evening shift. We worked together. It's good to see you, Mike. Deborah, that sounds amazing. It is, Deborah, it's very interesting. For people like this one right here, I've gotten to see her completely change. I think the first 6 months we had with her last year, I don't know what her voice sounded like.
I was scared
And
of her. I was scared of her. My first meeting, I walked in and she was talking about having people run for president, vice president, secretary, and she was just so scary to me. I whispered to my sister, I was like, I want to run for president. I want to be president one day, but like, I don't want to speak up. And now I'm sitting here in front of all of you talking to a Facebook Live. So things have definitely changed for me.
definitely, I don't think I knew what your voice sounded like. And one of the things that my mother has told me this, and I now do it. It's so weird because, God, I sound like my mom. But she's very much so a proponent of getting people outside of their comfort zone. And I have bought that to the program. It's like, if I get you outside of your comfort zone, you'll grow. And we've definitely done some growing over the last 2 years. Olivia was our vice president last year, so she went from not opening her mouth at all to being our vice president. And from what I understand, once things get kicking this year, she is planning on running for president.
Yes, I'm planning on running for president.
So we will see how that goes. I have all the faith in the world that no matter what position she lands in, she'll do an amazing job. She always has. But I am not, I don't doubt at all that this will probably be our president sitting here. Oh my goodness, from not talking to the president. I think, one of the main focuses of the program is to ensure that people understand that there's a human side to policing. And if you can understand on both sides, so like Olivia said earlier, not only are the commissioners learning and spreading information in the community about police work, it also gives officers the opportunity to see the human side of the citizens that are in the city. So everybody is catching a glimpse of the other side of things. And I think when you can humanize somebody that you don't necessarily have a connection with yet, it opens people up to conversation, and it gets us to a place where we can have a better understanding about what we're doing on either side of the equation. See, I've got some more comments here. My mom and I taught her to speak proper English, and it's stuck. Thank the Lord. I'm telling you, Deborah, I've got an 8-year-old, and it is a daily struggle. So I get to hang out with these guys who are a little bit older, and then I have to go home and figure out what in the world he's talking about. He's in the third grade, and I do not teach third grade. Thank God for, again, my mom. She is a third grade teacher this year. I don't speak his language either. I'm learning, though. I'm learning. Kayla's working with Officer James from Forensics.
Sergeant Ramdahal.
Oh, good. Okay, so Sergeant Ramdahal is Officer James that you're talking about with forensics. Sergeant Ramdahal is the person on this department who taught me how to be a cop. He was one of the guys that I got released with when I first got to the department. And the first thing he said to me was, you're going to change. The next year, you're going to be within the next year, you're going to be a completely different person. And God knows he was right. We love Sergeant Ramdahal. Hey, that's got to be Haddon. Hatton is telling you can do it.
Thank
President,
you.
can do it. Hatton is one of our canine officers. Thanks for joining us, Hatton. It's good to see you. Please take care of my street. He lives on my mother's street, the street that I grew up on, which is how I went to Woodside High School. See that plug? Woodside alumni. Go Woodside. Fighting Wolverines. How do I get more information on this program? So, Deborah, we're here for a while, so if you have any specific questions, let me know. But I'll keep talking about the program. Let's talk about how to join. So, right now with COVID, with the virus out there, we're kind of limited in our numbers, and we're trying to keep them low so that we can continue to meet. However, if you send me your email address or send it to the Newport News Police Department Facebook page, I will send you a application if you're interested or your daughter's interested in joining the program, and we will get her hooked right on up. It's just an application process that we go through. It's just a couple of pages and some parental signature pages to ensure that it's okay for them to spend time with us and ride around in the city in police cars and hang out with us with our canine units and get on the marine boat when the weather's nice, all those types of things.
And be on camera.
And be on camera, because our kids are on camera
A lot.
all the time.
A lot.
All the time. They are going to city council meetings and speaking, interacting with our city council, with our mayor. We began a TV show last year that was it was awesome. It was a great show that we were inviting citizens that are active in the community to come and sit down and speak with our youth to tell them how different ways that they can get involved in the city. We spoke to.
We interviewed, oh my gosh,
Dr. Sherry was one.
Dr. Cherry, Chief Drew,
Angel
the
Nelson.
Angel Nelson of the Boys and Girls Club, the old president Elijah from YAPC, the mayor, Mayor Price, and I think there was one more, but that was about it because we had to get cut off because of Corona. But it was really fun. It was a really good experience making the TV show and sitting down with all of those people from Newport News and seeing what they had to say. And the fact that I got to interview them, they were way older than me. Well, yeah, they were way older than me. And they were
careful.
and they made a big difference in the community, and the fact that I got to interview them and ask them questions about what they thought was really cool and different instead of the other way around. So it was a really interesting TV show. I don't know if any videos actually got published.
So I believe they are on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
I believe, yes, I believe those are on YouTube. Deborah, okay, perfect. We've got your email address, Deborah, and we will send you an application. The front of the application has a rundown on what the program is and what it looks like. So you'll get it from somebody here. I promise you that. It'll probably be me because one woman show over here. Let's see. So responsible. So we've got two main benefactors, if you will. Typically the foundation, the Newport News, I want to say this right. The Newport News Police Department Foundation has been amazing. They keep us running. They've kept us, anything that we need, they have been able to help and ensure that we have what we need. But recently we had Bayport Credit Union reach out to us. It was probably about a month ago they reached out, and we did a check presentation of a $10,000 donation to keep the program going. And they are very active in teaching our kids budgeting and giving us different tools to learn how to hold on to our money and spend it wisely. So they are actually getting ready to come in and do a meeting where they play a interactive game with the kids to teach them about budgeting, making sure you're doing the right things with your money. I have another one. Gina Tyler, what have been some successes that past participants have achieved? Wow. So we have, you want to talk about one in particular?
Sure, but you can talk about the other one first.
Which one? Who do you want me to talk?
That's fine.
So We have wow, I am not going to sit up here and cry. Okay, so we have a graduate of the program. She actually graduated from Denby High School the first year that we did this, 2018, 2019. Graduated through Denby and actually came to work for the police department. She started off as a volunteer, just kind of trying to feel everything out. Did not come from the typical family where they like and enjoy the company of the police department. I'm sure a lot of people can understand that, and that was fine. So she started doing some volunteering with us in the Community Youth and Outreach Division office. And the next thing we knew, she was putting in an application to become an admin assistant. So she came to us for a couple of months as an admin assistant, got hired, and then disappeared. Where'd she disappear to?
She's in the academy.
She's in the academy now. So she, side note, before she went to the academy, she actually got the opportunity to go upstairs on the third floor and work in the chief's suite for a couple of months. She was in the middle of everything. She was at one point was Chief Drew's assistant because his current assistant was out on leave for a little while. So Destiny stepped in and took care of his calendar. Now, there was some conversation about some missed emails and some missed meetings, and felt like somebody was trying to blame Destiny, but I think somebody gets delete happy. Destiny did an awesome job up there. And then the next thing we knew, she disappeared again because she went to Todd Stadium to do her physical agility test. We had no idea she was going to do it. And the next thing we knew, she was in the academy and she is currently there now. She is, I think they're about halfway done. I know she is in the middle of firearms week and is getting that part of it done. So she came a long way. And we are so, so proud of her. I'm trying to make surface statements because I don't want to cry on camera, but if anything, she taught me a lot about how to connect with the youth in the city, and I am so proud of her. Yay, go Destiny. So within the next 3 to 4 months, she will be a uniformed, sworn in officer working out on the street in her community, the community that she went to school in, the community that she grew up in, the community that she lives in, and we're very, very proud of her. You want to talk about the other one?
The other one is Elijah. We have mentioned him before. He was the president of YAPC 2019-2020. He just graduated in June 2020 from Heritage High School, and he made it really far. He came from a rough background, and the police department definitely completely changed his life, gave him opportunities that he would have never had if he didn't meet some of the people in the police department. And he joined the military, and he left on October 1st to go to basic training boot camp, and he should be coming home in December. But he has definitely come a long way and gotten opportunities, and his life has completely changed due to the police department and all the wonderful people in it. So, and also many of the other people, like my sister and some of the other people that um, graduated last year and the year before, they went off to college. They're getting their further education, some on sports scholarships, some are still in Newport News going to community college, but either way, we're still very proud of them. Some went on to just have a job like Destiny, and some went on to apprenticeships where they're working and going to school to do what they love. So we're very proud of all of our seniors that have graduated from the group and moved on with their lives. And they're definitely good role models to the students coming into the program and coming to see what it is that we can do from the program.
Yeah, we've got kids at Mary Baldwin. We've got kids at Norfolk State. We've got kids at Old Dominion. Woo woo. One time for the Monarchs. We've got kids. Richard Bland. I've got one out at Richard Bland in the Richmond Petersburg area.
VCU.
VC. Yep, we've got kids at VC. We've got kids at JMU. I think somebody's up at JMU. Radford. We've got somebody at Radford.
ECPI.
We've got ECPI kids that are doing apprenticeship stuff. We listen, we don't discriminate. College isn't for everybody, and we understand that. So if there are different opportunities in the city that we get confronted with, and people let us know what programs and things that they have, and we slide kids in all different directions. We love everybody. You bring them, we'll sit down and spend time with them. Deborah Stokes, it's been a pleasure. Lay the grandbabies down. I know that's right. Listen, can I lay down with them? I need a nap. I am tired too. Understood. Can you think of anything else? We do have we have a good group this year. We are currently in the process of planning our swearing in ceremony. We typically do it at the Mariners Museum. They are a wonderful partner to the department as well as the young adult police commissioners. But due to the restrictions of COVID, we are just making some tweaks and trying to figure out how we're going to actually do the swearing in ceremony this year. But we'll get it done. It's coming soon. Let's see. Look at you, Olivia. You're a success story too. Absolutely. Where is quiet, shy girl? So proud of you. Look at that.
She's out the closet.
I don't think she's coming back in. You have changed a lot. You have changed a lot, and we're definitely very proud of you. Let's see. What else do we have? Anything else? Anything you can think of? Call to action. So yeah, listen, again, this program is a way for the youth in our city. Now, mind you, we typically have kids that go to the six main high schools, five main high schools, the six main high schools. However, we do not. We will not turn you away because you're at an alternative school or because you're homeschooled in a different, from someplace else. Make contact with me and we will figure it out. We want the youth in this city, whether you go to public school or private school or you're in a religious school, whatever the case may be, make contact with us and we will welcome you with open arms. Cameron, with the swearing in ceremony, is it similar to the oath police officers take? Cameron, actually it is. It is takes about 2 or 3 minutes to actually do the swearing in, but we don't do anything around here unless it's a party. So that's why it's kind of difficult right now to try to figure out how to have that celebratory aspect of it. But we actually have a judge who is a very good friend of mine, very dear friend of mine. We began here in the city at the same time. And she is a judge here now, Judge Tanika Flythe. She actually comes in and sits down with each individual commissioner. And after actually doing the swearing of the oath, she will stand with the kids and sign their oath with them and have a little bit of conversation. And this year, Judge Flythe, we are going to hopefully come and join you in the courtroom. I know the invitation has been there and all of the kids are so excited. We wanted to do it towards the end of last year and got kind of hung up because of COVID and had to stop some of the meetings and we went to the Zoom aspect of meetings. But yes, Cameron, it is very, very close to the same oath that the police officers take. The idea of the oath is to tell us that you're committed to learning, you're committed to teaching, and you are committed to actually affecting change in the city. And that it's not just words that are coming out of your mouth, it is the actions that you do that follow up with that and ensure that everybody is growing and everybody is learning. And we are using what we learn to grow and to change things effectively for the better. We go all year until about May. We like to give our seniors the opportunity to celebrate the way seniors do. So we'll stop typically towards the end of May. We'll have a gala at the end of May that Bayport reached out to us, and the first gala that we had, they completely took care of the whole thing and made it possible, and it was amazing, which is what kind of began that relationship between the commissioners, the department, and Bayport Credit Union. And it's basically a dinner where we invite our commissioners and all of the officers to sit down and break bread together for the last time of the year with our seniors before they leave me and go to college or wherever they decide to go to, join the military, whatever. And we just celebrate with each other. We celebrate a year of learning and getting to know each other. And anything you can think of in particular about the end of year gala?
We usually the seniors give speeches about how their experience have changed them. And they present Chief with gifts, like so he can remember them. And at the gala we made Chief cry.
I don't know why these kids love the idea of making the chief cry. It's like a personal goal they start out every year with. But it's interesting how you guys always make it happen. I don't know.
It's just a nice celebration to have of everybody coming together who was in the group and kind of like a bonding of family because we became everybody's family from being in the group, spending so much time with each other and having people to lean on. It's just a celebration of knowing that you're going on with life, but you still have these people here who you can depend on even after you leave Newport News and go on and start your life. So it's a really fun thing. Um, and it's really nice to give speeches and like let them know how much we appreciate all of them for their hard work they do and giving us the opportunity to be in the program. And it's just really fun and nice to come together and let everybody know that we thank them and we're always going to be here.
That's cool. Let's see. Julie, proud of you all. Thank you, Julie. And Cameron. Okay, thanks. Yep. Cameron, thank you for jumping on, man. You're awesome. Uh-oh. If your program ever needs any more mentors, please let me know. I'm always available to mentor anyone. Beautiful. Please, Julie, reach out to us, send us an email address or whatever means of contact you prefer, and I will get in contact with you and we'll put something together. It just depends on what you want to do. But we will bring you right in with open arms just like everybody else. Thank you for that, Julie. Anything else you can think of?
No, we pretty much got it.
Hit everything. If you have any questions, if you would like more information, please don't hesitate to contact me. Again, I am Lieutenant Morgan. My email is morganmk@nnva.gov, or you can send a message to the Newport News Police Department Facebook page, and Jamie, I'm sure, will get it to us. I come from a rough background. If I make it, anyone can. I know that's right, Julie. Listen, we all have struggles. Julie, just send it to the send me a message with your info to the Newport News Police Department Facebook page, and I will email you. I think that'll be a little easier. I know it's kind of hard phonetically to get that address off, but you got anything else? Any statements you want to make before we sign off here?
No, thank you for joining us. We really appreciate you coming in, asking questions, and we're always happy to have guests and new kids come into the program. It's like one big family, and they're gonna fit right in.
You have one more question.
Oh, I did. Okay, Brooke. Oh, Brooke, Slim, I would love to be a part of this. Pete, your email. Brooke, just send me your email via the Newport News Police Department Facebook page. Send us a message, and Jamie will get up with you. I'll send you some info about it. Okay. All right. Thank you guys for joining us. We really appreciate it. Again, contact the Newport News Police Department using the Facebook page if you have any questions or you need a little bit more guidance, and we'll be more than happy to reach back out to you. Have a wonderful day. Stay safe. Please wear your masks and wash your hands, and we'll see you out there.
Bye.